Hello Taurus, this is AD with kayxztarot and I'm going to be doing your December reading. So this is awesome. I'm picturing a lot of forward movement, but before we get into your reading, I do want to inform you, please check out the description box below on information how to book a personal reading with me. Also follow me on Instagram for a little bit more frequent posting. And yeah, thank you so much for your like, shares, and subscribe. Please drop a comment. Please continue to share these videos. I so appreciate you as we grow and expand. And yeah, Taurus, let's get into it. All right, I'm like, that was hard for me to get through because I'm really excited to do this reading and I don't know why, but I feel like and of course we have the Chariot card. There's just some forward movement and I feel like this movement is coming from a place where there wasn't, like, it was very stagnant and now things are just going to kind of take off in like this really new and exciting way. It's hard to contain myself. It's hard to, I feel like jumping out of my skin. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords and the Lovers card. All right, so there could be some conflict with heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal with this particular combination. Sorry, it was a little blurry. Oh, my eye's itching. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's look into it. Let's get into this energy of why this why is the Three of Swords and the Lovers here? Okay. Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay, Taurus, it seems like somebody who was sitting on a decision, and it's funny because I feel like this is going to be a really mixed reading. I feel like there's a lot more Taurus males energy watching this video than typically do. You'll have to let me know in the comment section if like you don't typically are on this, like you don't typically explore spirituality in this way, but you just so happen to stumble upon this video. You'll have to let me know because I'm getting that energy, because I feel like there's a duality here. There's a lot of masculine energy that I'm picking up too. For a lot of you guys, if you were dealing with a female, it could have been a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, or just somebody who's really emotional, creative, somebody who's pretty intuitive. I'm imagining that this person's pretty quiet, pretty shy. I'm getting girl next door type vibes for the male energy. And for the masculine energy, it's quite the opposite. It's somebody who's very logical and Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, somebody who's communicative and also very knowing and telling. Like this person, the female energy, if you're watching for a female energy, they're very intuitive, where this person is extremely logical. Okay, the masculine is very logical. So that's pretty interesting to have two different energies come out. But regardless of who it is that you're dealing with, okay, regardless of who it is that you're dealing with, there is an energy of somebody finally made a decision. We have the Two of Swords to the Eight of Cups here. Somebody's moving out of not moving. You know, somebody who wasn't moving anywhere decided to make a decision, and now they're charging towards you. The Six of Wands and the Two of Cups, they feel like there's just so much potential in this union. Oh my gosh, my eye. Sorry, Taurus. I'm like trying to pat it and not trying to scratch it while not messing up my makeup, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Okay, anyways. Y'all, I'm struggling. Hold on. I need one of those bowls to like recenter, so I apologize that I'm all over the place, but let's get into it. Six of Wands, Two of Cups. So I feel like this person is really excited about coming back into the fray. But I am getting that there was no communication for a while, or the communication was very hey, how are you? Good. Cool. Like it was like nobody was really talking. Like there might have been some small forms of communication, but not anything that was fulfilling to the soul. But I do see some imperative communication coming in because somebody has made a decision, quite literally. It's so interesting because whoever it is that you're connecting with, be it the divine feminine energy or the divine masculine energy, they just made a decision. Like they were just like, I'm going to be in a relationship. I'm going to commit to this person. I'm going to let them know how I feel. And that's that. I'm not going to go back and forth anymore. There's no use. Like either it'll happen or it won't. And so they're going to give they're giving a good old try to see what actually comes out of it. Yeah, the Two of Wands. They're strategizing on what to do in order to move forward. They're really thinking about just moving forward. They don't want to focus on the past. I don't even think that this person is really interesting because I don't even get that this person necessarily, yeah, the Ten of Wands, they don't want to even discuss what happened in the past. The Knight of Cups of Temperance, like they want to apologize about it, but they want to move on. They don't want to trudge up a whole bunch of old weight. They just want to like, it's crazy because if it was like a really, what's the word? if it was one of those romantic situations that was really up and down, hot, cold, or just some really crazy stuff happened, they really don't want to sit and like have a long discussion about it. Like they don't want to sit and be like, well, I did this because I felt this way. They want to be like, look, I was in a totally bad way. 10 of Wands. I had a lot of pressure on me that maybe you weren't aware of. They want to tell you, like, clear the air, be like, look, this is what was happening. But okay, all that aside, I want you now, and I want to move forward. I don't want to waste time about what happened, what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, I don't want to coulda, shoulda, woulda this. I just want to move forward. And they're really serious about it. They're not in the mood to... They're like, are you finished or you done? Because I ain't got no more talk. The 7 of Wands. Yeah, and I'm getting to the 9 of Swords, of course. They're being quite courageous. They can't. This is a person, especially if you're dealing with a masculine energy, this is a person who does not like dealing or talking about emotions. They have them, they possess them, they're aware of them, but if they're very much treat their emotions like Christmas trees. Can you tell them in the spirit? But they very much treat their emotions like Christmas trees. Like, they think that there's a time and a space for them. They're not going to keep them out year round. Like, it stays in the closet. It stays in the closet until, you know, a couple days before. Then they trudge it on out. Then they decorate it. And then as soon as Christmas is over, they put it back. They're not one to sit and look and admire it. And so because of that energy, they don't want to sit and just have this long dramatic conversation. If you're looking for some romantic, you know, Ryan Gosling type, you know, to come sit and look you in your eyes and tell you everything and just be like, I've been madly in love with you the whole time, that is not this person. Goodness, I'm struggling now. My nose is going crazy. Like, if you're looking for some romantic, over the top, you know, please, I love you, they're gonna write your name in the sky, that ain't happening, sis. Like, it's not happening. This person is not the type. And if you're the masculine energy watching this energy, then you're not the type, okay? But this person, the Queen of Cups, they know. Like, that's why I'm like, it's one of those things where this person doesn't like to talk about it, but the other person in this situation, regardless, knows that. Like, they know what happened. There's really no need to go back and forth about it because there's so much love here with the Knight of Cups to the Temperance and such a need for balance that there's really no use in, like, trying to go back and forth with a situation that is going to move forward regardless, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I just don't want you to think that like it's going to be some grand gesture because it's not going to be super grand. It's just going to be like this person hit you up and they're like, hey, we should hang out, and then y'all are going to be in a relationship. Like, it's not going to be anything dramatic. And then we have 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, they're very much about stability long term. Queen of Swords, that's exactly what I was talking about. So same energy, even if it's the feminine, this person isn't necessarily the most emotive person. They have a lot of emotions, but they do not act on them. They think that there's certainly a time and a place for them. So we have the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. That's why I'm like, this is a completely new beginning, Taurus. This is a completely fresh start. And for some of you, I just heard that this person might be too late. The person that I'm referring to might be too late. You might have already moved on. This is just a situation that it was so stale in the past. This person either didn't mature, this person didn't take it seriously, or what happened. And I think that there were external factors that were going on with the 10 of Wands from earlier. I don't know if it necessarily directly had to do with the relationship in and of itself. But regardless, this person might be coming back too late for some of you. So if you're hearing and you're just like, I'm in a happy relationship now, I'm not looking for anybody to come back and offer me love and stability, then it doesn't matter what you want. This person's going to do it anyway. Now, whether you take it or not, you know, this is all in potential. Tarot is all in potential. Please remember that. So the potential here for a long-term stable relationship, because I really feel like this person genuinely, the Last Judgment again, this is somebody that you've dealt with before, but this person genuinely wants to clear the air. The 4 of Pentacles. They've held on to this connection for quite a long time. They might be another Earth energy or just have a fixed Venus or Mars placement. And so the connection they felt was really deep, but they couldn't do anything with it at the time. We have the Empress. Yeah, they've held on to the connection because with the Empress and the 4 of Pentacles here, they haven't been able to do better. Not that they ever thought that they wanted to do better in that way. Not that they thought that you weren't the bee's knees, but they really know that you're the bee's knees now. Like they went out and they were just like, oh, not it. Yeah, we have 9 of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is all about abundance, material game, abundance, and wealth. So this could have to do with money, finances, resources. Also, Taurus, this might not even connect to the relationship, but I feel like this relationship has a lot of abundance. It's very rich. And I'm not sure if you're new to the channel, if you follow the channel. I don't typically focus on love, but this just seems like it's a love reading. So this can obviously have to deal with your finances too, which great, not mad at that combination at all. But if this has to deal with love, the history of the connection is very deep and rich. And I just feel like because of that, this connection has the potential, again, with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, to be a very loving relationship and also a very financially beneficial relationship. Because I think the person that you're dealing with makes good money, can stand on their own, and you too can make good money. And so together, you know, unstoppable. So we have the Hermit here and the 3 of Wands. I'm going to pull some more cards. What is this referring to? Ooh. Okay. Somebody in this connection, and I don't know if this is you or the person that you're dealing with. It might be the person that you're dealing with. Nah. So we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles to the Princess of Swords. Somebody in this connection has dealt with or is dealing with or is troubled by issues of control and trying to control a situation. And I think it's because they are perfectionists. I don't think that this comes from like a malicious place, but they want everything to be the way that they want everything to be. They're really kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They're very, because I don't want to paint this as a negative thing. It has negative effects because there is no such thing as control. But it comes from a place of love. But this is interesting because they've kind of kept a very tight leash on their emotions again. And so they have a fear of expressing themselves because they tend to get lost in relationships because they want it to work. Like I said, they have a fixed quality in either their Venus or their Mars placement in their chart, or they're just a fixed sign in their sun, rising, or Venus. I know that's a lot of options, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But they have a very dominant fixed energy, period. And because of that, they want things to go the way that they want things to go. They don't have a whole bunch of like, they're not really flexible when it comes to changing. And as a Taurus, another fellow fixed sign, you can understand that. And then, so that's why it's coming off as some sort of control. The thing about this person is like, they're very, very aware with the Hermit and the 3 of Wands. They're very aware that they have this quality because they're a workaholic and they want perfection and they seek perfection and desire it in their life and all other aspects. That is particularly why they don't necessarily like to commit to things, because once they commit to something, then it's very difficult for them to get out of it because they're loyal. And so I'm saying all this because that has been a real issue as far as why this didn't move forward. They preferred people that they could kind of not take advantage of, but they preferred people who were like in and out, so they could be in and out, you know what I'm saying? But they know that this is an in and out relationship. King of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles. They know that you can very much stand on your own. You don't need them. The Princess of Swords. And so it is a little bit of a point of contention because they are aware that you're strong enough that they're not going to be able to get away with some of the shiznai that they got away with in other relationships. And so that kind of that's given them an issue of, do I really want to sign on to this, because I know I'm going to have to level up in some aspects. Okay. Yeah. The 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups to the 7 of Swords. That's what I'm saying. They're aware that they're going to have to level up in some way. They're going to have to put in work and effort. And so that has been a point of I don't know if I want to do this. But like I said, they decided that they did. They've decided that they did. The Wheel of Fortune to Justice to the Hierophant. I'm getting strong Taurus energy in particular. Maybe that's why you guys vibe. But I am getting that it's a different sun sign. But you guys might be Taurus moons both, or have a Taurus rising. I'm getting that they have a very strong Taurus placement too, and that's where you guys really click. But the other side, the other aspects of your chart are not typically compatible. Like this person could easily be like an Aries, and you're like, I normally don't get along with Aries, but you're different, and it's because they're like an Aries with like a Taurus moon. It's kind of what I'm sensing too. But there's a need for balance here, and there's a long-term commitment. I mean, this is almost marriage with the Justice and the Hierophant here. They almost see marriage, and that's why it's taken them so long to really blossom into this relationship, Taurus, because it's that relationship, it's that type of connection, it's that deep. Yeah, the Magician. There's that much power and strength and that much, again, potential in this relationship, and they're undeniably aware of it now. Ace of Swords, boom, baby. What did I say? I love it when the cards back me up, right? Like that. They are completely aware of the potential in this relationship, and it seems like they want to pull their weight. 9 of Wands. It seems like they're willing to pull their weight this time around. Like they really want to try, and it's one of those things, and this is very specific what they told themselves, but they really have so much respect for you, Taurus, that, and I'm hearing the George Michael song, One More Try. They have so much respect for you, Taurus, that they really kind of swore off relationships. To be honest, they didn't want to even try to get into a relationship again. Like they were just done with the whole thing. They were just gonna live their life. But you presented yourself, or they went back to your relationship, and so they're like, you know, I'm gonna give this one last try, this relationship one last try, and if this one works out, I'll marry this person. If not, then I'm just gonna be a bachelor or a bachelorette. I'm not falling in love again. This is the last hurrah, if you will, and they want to take that gamble on you. Yeah, the Fortitudes to the 4 of Wands, because the connection, the bond is so strong that they've had to convince themselves otherwise. And the craziest thing is, like, I'm not even sensing that there's a whole lot of doubt that it won't work out. I very much think that I think that they know that it will work out. And they're excited about that. The Devil, they do have insecurities and all the other stuff. Like the Devil is on their shoulders, but they actually feel in this way that, like, the negative side of this relationship are the illusions. There's way more positive to this relationship than negative. And yeah, the Ace of Wands to the Devil card to the Princess of Pentacles. They're just willing to try. They're just willing to try. They're just willing to try one more time. And they're so passionate about that snack, if you know what I'm saying. If you spent time, quality time with this person, if you know what I'm saying. If you've been able to spend quality time with this person, let me tell you something. They appreciate that quality time. Taurus, okay? Taurus are very sensual. I'm a Taurus moon myself. I'm sorry, just throw that out there. But Taurus energy, it's so rooted in the earth, and it's so grounded that it's very, very deep. You know, it's very interesting because we always say Scorpio and Taurus are direct opposite, and we know Scorpio to be the sex gods, right? What you would have to say the same thing about a Taurus if they are polar opposites. They're two sides of the same coin. So Taurus low-key are able to offer that same type of intensity. It just comes from a very grounded type place, and this person hasn't necessarily experienced that in that way. They might be a Capricorn or a Scorpio themselves, but they never experienced that type of bona fide loving, if you know what I'm saying. And so they've become obsessed with it, and they want to, and I said again, some of you guys are dealing with the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that it didn't work out with in the past. It didn't go anywhere in the past. I'm sorry, like, it just didn't go anywhere in the past. But they always vibed with the vibration. You understand what I'm saying? They never put in that work. But subconsciously, at this point, they've completely been thinking about coming together with you in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, but they really want to work with you. They want to build with you. They want to grow with you. This is such an interesting spread to the Emperor. Oh my gosh. They just want to take the reins of the relationship. It's just funny because it just happened overnight. The Seven of Cups. And there's that Scorpio energy again. The Seven of Cups to the High Priestess. They might have had a dream or something, yeah, to the universe. They might have had a really deep psychic, like, deep dream or something. Maybe even a vision. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is just such a, it's just such an interesting energy. I'm in such an interesting space. It's like a weird, it's like a murky area, but I'm getting that like they had a really telling dream or a really telling vision where like you might have a different name or something, like you might have something very different or something that they very much like pin to you for whatever reason, like, and it might be subconsciously or consciously, but it would be like if they were walking and they'll just like, Lord, like give me a sign for something, like I need to know where I need to go, and then like they heard your name 3 times, or they saw, you know, you popped up on their Instagram or what have you. It's something kind of bizarre. Or they had like some long-term dream or vision where you guys were married and you guys were together and they were just like, whoa, I didn't recognize, like that makes complete sense. That's the person that I wanted all along. The person I wanted all along was right in front of me. I was seeking something else. I didn't think that I wanted that relationship, but now I do. But I'm telling you, when this person comes and they tell you, because it's such a switch, it's such a turn, when they tell you what triggered this turn, they're gonna be like, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I was walking down the street and then I looked up and I saw, and I was on Samantha Street, and I was like, Samantha, what, you know? And then I went to the grocery store and then I saw another girl and her name tag was Samantha, and or something like that. Like it's gonna be one of those things where they've been genuinely pushed by the universe to move forward and make a decision. The Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. They just see, and we had that same reversal. This is so interesting. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Cups. For some of them, they were coming out of some sort of relationship with somebody who was very like hot, cold. And so that, they made a decision to leave. They made a decision to leave something that was very hot and cold. Somebody who was probably very incompatible, burned them, scorched them, betrayed them. Is kind of what I'm getting, because we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. So fire scorches earth. So in some way, this person was burned. So let's get into this tea. I just got like this person might have gotten some sort of tingle, you know what I'm saying, some sensation down below, and that alerted them that this person was being unfaithful, and this was like it. This was the final straw. Like they were just like, you're trash, like I'm absolutely done. That's specific, but either way, regardless, this person has decided to leave a situation and move towards something a lot more stable, but it did hold them in the past. It really, really did hold them back in the past. The Hangman, the Foolish Man to the Sun card. But now they're ready to move forward. They're so excited about the potential of just being in something solid. It's insane. They've never dealt with anything like this. They've never dealt with somebody, yeah, the Five of Swords. They're so used to conflicts and relationships that are built on competition. I say that as the Eight of Wands comes out. They're so used to dealing with lies, deception, backtalk, arguments, that they just think that you're too chill, Taurus, to be doing all that. The Blasted Tower to the Star. I love it. They just feel like you handle everything with such grace and elegance that you would not be on the same BS that this other person was on, or the other energies that they usually frequent are on. I think that they certainly have a type. They've had a type. They've stuck with that type for years, and that's what they thought love was. But you presented something so different to them, and they're just like, I never tried to go with the crazy girl. Like I never just tried to go with the guy that doesn't have a whole bunch of issues. Like this is the first time that I'm going with somebody who just seems cool and who has a good head on their shoulders. They're not super insecure. They're just chill. And so now they're willing to try it because they didn't want to sign on to the same baggage that they dealt with before, especially the way that they got burned. the last time, regardless if it was in the scenario that I presented, but they felt like they were taken advantage of, robbed, and left barren after a certain situation. And so now they're ready to charge something else because they feel like you're so different, and it's so unexpected for them. I mean, the realization that they had, for a lot of you, it came in a dream or some form of threes, but they just had like an unexpected realization that they're completely in love and that they want to really try. They thought that you were cool, but they want to be cooler than cool, you know? So we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm at the Six of Cups here again. And I'm being drawn to the Scorpio energy. Oh my gosh, and of course I said that. The Six of Cups to the Death card. Scorpio. But it's completely transforming the past. The Last Judgment to the Ten of Swords, which was actually in the reverse, but I don't have to read it in the reverse. But it's ending. The painful cycle that happened beforehand, it's completely closing out, and they're ready to just be giving and loving and share this deep connection because they really haven't felt this strongly about anyone before because you're so different from their typical type. And I really would not be surprised, excuse me, if you might be different from this person racially. They never might have dated your culture before. Like, they never might not have dated like your religion, your type of religion before. Like, so there's some sort of gamble or risk, but that is exactly what excites them because you're different. You're different, and they were trying to act like you weren't. They were trying to throw you in that category that you were going to be on the BS, like the same scallywags that they were dealing with before. And Spirit told them quite literally, was just like, no, this is what you've been waiting for. You're always Captain Save-A-Ho. This hoe doesn't need to be saved. You guys are mutual. You guys can say, you guys can share, build, grow, expand, move forward with the Chariot card here. You are the yin to this person's yang, and they want to, and Spirit told them, go for it. So they're going for it, quite honestly. Now, whether you take them, again, this deals in all potential. For some of you, I genuinely feel like a lot of you have entered into another relationship, and it's a pretty solid relationship. It's not this. You don't feel this strongly about the person that you're with. I don't think, sorry, don't shoot the messenger, but you might be in a pretty solid effort right now. Like you might have transitioned into another relationship. You have to let me know. You have to let me know what you decide to do because the potential in this relationship is so great. It also has the potential for long-term. Marriage is huge, or just like a committed, it doesn't, if it's not marriage in the traditional sense, then as close as one can possibly get to it without the ceremony, because it's a spiritual marriage that's happening here. So yeah, Taurus, that is what I got for you. Again, I'm sorry, I don't typically do love, but that just seems to be what came through. And with astrology, the transits that we're in, everything is very focused on relationships, so I'm not surprised. So you will have to let me know, particularly if you're a guy. Please, 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 please go ahead and drop a comment. And while you're at it, check out the description box below and information how to book a personal reading with me, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And thank you, particularly during this reading. It was kind of all over the place. I was like super, and that might be how the conversation starts, because like I said, this person doesn't like to talk about their feelings, so it might take them a while to get out the message before they actually like say what it is that they're trying to say. Because they're so excited and they really can't explain it. Again, I'm being drawn to the moon. The way that they came to this conclusion is very odd. And they want to tell you, they're like, oh my God, I was in the grocery store and I saw this girl who looked just like you and I was thinking about you and blah, blah, blah. And they don't want to scare you off. But they'll tell you. They'll tell you. All right, so we have be bold and make the first move. And look at the bigger picture. And with this combination, and that's what I was saying, I don't know if the first move is I don't know if the first move is to like reach out to this person. I think that is just asking you to be bold and live to your fullest and be seen. Look at the bigger picture. post on Instagram, post on social media. If you look good, if you feel good, post, share it, because this person is genuinely looking for that, if that makes sense. So do not hide your good looks. Do not hide. Show off. Make sure, and I'm sorry, this might be petty team, but like petty things, but this person, you're so much on their mind subconsciously, whether you're aware of it or not. They genuinely look at your social media and posting to see what you're doing, what you're on, who you're with, particularly who you're with, but they're very, very attracted to you. And so if you can just, play it up a little bit, I'm saying, be bold, I'm saying, put on them filters, get them filters going through a full beat, I'm saying, find an excuse to go out. This person will be like, hey, they're going to take that as their end. They're like, wow, you look great, and then the rest will be history. It's kind of what I'm getting. Ooh. Ooh. Time to go. So there could, in a sense, be some form of travel here. And I'm being drawn to not for you, but I'm going to see what else comes up. Interesting. And I'm getting Taurus. You know what, Taurus, with this particular energy, this might be for some of you guys. This might be you. I'm picking up a lot of cross-watcher energy. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting a lot of cross-watcher energy right now, in particular. But if this is pertaining to you, Taurus, and you're the one who's point shaven, you're the one. If it's flipped, it's time to go and walk to that window of opportunity here. You see this little girl? She's walked through that door. It's time to make that decision to go forth. It's time to proceed. Okay. It's go time. Time to go through that door, because on the other side is Treasure Island, abundance. And again, I love this turtle being here because it's been slow moving. It's been very, very slow. But the entire time this person is coming out, when they finally get to the shore, and here we are with 9 again. So the 9 of Cups, when they finally come to the shore, it's so overwhelmingly good and loving that you won't even remember the wait. But there's a boldness here, guys, that is being called upon for you to do, especially coming to the Chariot. So for a lot of you guys, you're moving, okay? There's just a need for movement, Taurus. You have to do something. You can't do nothing. If you've been sitting on something, you got to move forward. Spirit is begging you, demanding that you move forward. So we got the animal oracles. Okay, so we have Black Jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. And I'm being so drawn to this temple in the back in this black moon over this jaguar. And I feel like this could be the energy of the person that you're connecting with. Somebody in this connection, they just observe. Jaguars, black jaguars and all that stuff. Jaguars hunt in this really kind of, I'm saying sexy way, particularly if you're dealing with a Scorpio. I'm getting so much scorpionic energy. But they have this way where they like track their prey. And so that's why this might have been so slow to grow, because they have been watching you from like a distance and they've been taking note, and so now they're ready to kind of make their presence known and exactly let you know what's been going on. But regardless, there is a need for confidence. There is a need for grace. There is a need for just lunging forward and charging. I just feel like you've received as much information as you can. There's no more that you can do other than act, okay? And create your dreams, quite literally. Just showing that again. So we have ego mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So, I mean, just so much knowledge and movement, like the eagle's flying. And then we have giraffe, visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through your life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Ooh. And then we have Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. It's so funny, Taurus, because now, if you stuck with me this long, I'm really feeling like you might be the one holding this process up. I was reading it from the other perspective, but for some of you, it's you. You're the one who's been like, no. You're the fixed energy that I've been reading for. But I feel like, honestly, let me rephrase. I feel like it's both of you. It's both of you. You guys are mirroring one another quite literally. And you both are so in your head about it. And Spirit is literally like pushing you together. And you're doing everything to like resist it. Because neither one of you guys wants to be the first to say goodbye. No, but to say hello. Neither one of you wants to be the first to say hello. That is quite literally the name of this reading. And so you're just at the standstill. But guess what? You're not going to be. You're really not going to be by the end of this month. I'm really picturing that this is going to move forward quite quickly once it does click. And it's going to, you know, be swift. Very, very swift. Taylor Swift. All right. And so that is what I got for you, Taurus. Thank you for hanging in there with me. This reading was a little spazzy. I just had coffee, but you know, we're in this thing. Got 4 more to go. So peace. Thank you, Taurus. Please check out the description box below. Thank you so much. I just have a feeling that this video has is gonna get new people, and so I genuinely just want to take the time to say thank you to the new people who are here. Please let me know if you're new, because I'm getting a very new energy. I don't know why. And so even if it's just one new person, I'm fine with that. Just let your presence be known. And thank you so much, Taurus. Peace until next time.